everybody, welcome back to Glam-me-up. Today I'm going to be doing another fun tutorial for you all, and it's going to be a blue smoky eye look. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Eye Studio Color Explosion palette, and this one is in blue Blowout. So this is what it looks like, and it's just got like a light blue, and then it kind of fades into a medium blue, and then to the navy blue, and got a little bit of glitter up here and stuff. And then I just paired it with coral cheeks and kind of a light coral wash on my lips. I didn't want to do it too much, but this is definitely a dramatic look. This would probably be worn at night, but if you wanted to make it a daytime look, you could just skip the crease color and all that stuff. I've talked about that before, and just kind of use the lighter colors with the liner and mascara and then leave it at that. And then you can play it up more for night by adding the colors to it. Or you can always play it up more dramatic than this if you wanted to do it for a bigger event and just add a little bit more of the crease and blend it up and stuff. And I'm also going to be showing you guys ways that you can make it work for your eye shape, like if you have larger eyes or smaller eyes, how to tweak it for that. So it's definitely going to be helpful in that area as well. You guys have seen this before in a Follow Me Around vlog that I did. I was wearing it and a lot of you liked it, so I've been wanting to do a tutorial on it. So definitely check the link below. I'll have a list of all the products and links to where you can buy them on my blog. You can find these at any drugstore. I think they're around like $9 or $10, so they're not too expensive, but I will have the link on my blog where you can get it a little bit cheaper off of Amazon, so definitely check that out. So let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, like always, is start off with my primer. This is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I'm just going to put this all over my lid up to the brow, and then also a little bit on the bottom since I am going to be applying a shadow to the lower lash line. Alright, then I'm even going to take a little bit of this NYX eyeshadow base in white, and I'm going to put this just on my lid, and this is really going to make the colors more vibrant. And I've already done a tutorial using one of these eyeshadow palettes without anything like this. That way you can really see the color of the actual eyeshadows and the real color payoff and how pigmented they are. So in that tutorial I didn't use this, so you can really tell the pigmentation, but I'm just going to enhance it a little bit for this one since I've already kind of done the review on the eyeshadow palette to show you their true colors. But this look, I definitely want it to be bright, so I'm just going to be using some white eyeshadow base. And I like to put this in the inner corner just to brighten my eyes already. And this just allows for our inner corner highlight to really pop. And you can even use this base just on the inner parts of your eyes, like where it gets a little blue right here, with any look, and it will just brighten up your eyes without looking like you have fake eyeshadow like in the center. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like up close, and my favorite colors are definitely this light blue shimmery color right here. This has 3 shimmer colors and 2 matte. This is definitely like a really highly, like, not highly pigmented, but it has a lot of glitter in it for the shimmery eyeshadow. So this is kind of just like as an accent. I'm not going to use this all over my lid or anything, but it's just like a glittery shimmery accent, I think. So I'm going to be starting off with this light blue shimmery color right here. And I'm just going to be using a very flat shaded brush like this one, and I will have all of the products and all of the brushes listed on my blog for you. So that will be linked below. So I'm just going to take a little bit like this, and I'm going to apply this right here to the very inner part of my eye and just kind of pat it down. Since smoky eyes can kind of close off your eyes and make them look small, you want to make sure you keep all of the lighter colors towards the center. That way your eyes stay open and they don't look like they're closed off if you have small eyes like me. But if you have really big eyes, you can kind of either skip this or use less of the lighter colors and bring the darker colors inward to kind of close off the eye a little bit. So it all just depends on your eye shape. You don't want to get too carried away with this color because you don't want to have like blue on the inner part of your eyes, because that can make you look more tired, kind of like dark circles. So you want to make sure you keep this on your lid and don't let it spread too much like it did right there. So I'm just kind of taking a tissue and wiping that off right there because I don't want it to spread into the part I was actually trying to conceal the blue on. So okay, and that just gives kind of like that icy blue, really pretty effect, and it doesn't look like crazy blue eyeshadow because it's kind of a light blue, so it's more of like a whitish color than that weird looking clown blue. So Then I'm going to be taking the matte color right here. I'm going to be using both matte and shimmer colors for this. You can choose which you want to use, but I just want to use all the colors in the palette to show you guys. But I'm just going to be taking this color and putting it right here on the inner center and kind of blending it out to the center like that. And the matte ones tend to be more like powdery, so you want to just tap it off so you don't get it all over the place. That is the key to avoiding fallout. So I'm just kind of spreading it to the center and blending it as I go. Okay, now I'm going to be taking a flat shader brush like this. This is just a basic dense shader brush. And then I'm going to be taking this periwinkle color right here. It's kind of like a purplish blue. It's really pretty and it's shimmery. It has a little bit thicker glitter than this light blue did right here. That was more fine, but it's still not too shimmery. And I'm going to be putting this on this outer half of my eye. And that was probably a little bit too much, but we can blend it. So I'm just going to pat it very lightly so it doesn't go all over the place. And then I'm going to be taking a fluffy blending brush like this one, make sure it's clean, and just kind of buff that out so I remove some of that shadow. But you want to still keep it right here on the outside. I'm not going to bring it in unless if you have larger eyes you would want to do that. So just slowly blend until you're satisfied with the color intensity. That's about good enough, and I'm going to be putting more into the crease, so it doesn't have to be perfectly blended through there. I'm going to just add a little bit more so it matches the other side, because that side was a little bit more intense. And that's just the key to applying makeup, is just doing it gradually and don't just go crazy and put too much. You can build it up or however intense you want, or you can blend if you put too much shadow. Just take it slow so you can keep building it up and blend slowly. That way you can slowly get the effect you want, or you could stop if you think it's blended enough. Okay, so if you wanted this to be like a very wearable look, I would probably stop right here, but I would probably blend a little bit more and then just add a highlight and then add a little bit of the navy eyeliner and just leave it at that. Well, mascara too, if you wanted it to be wearable. But I want to make this a little bit more dramatic, like a nighttime smoky eye, so I'm just going to continue on with the look, but I would probably stop right here for a daytime. That way it's still kind of like a daytime smoky eye, and then just add the liner and the mascara and you'd be done. So then I'm going to take a blending brush like this one, and it's kind of like a pointed brush, like a dome shape, and I really like this for my eyes because I have smaller eyes, so this is a great crease brush for that. If you have larger eyes, I would definitely recommend this really fluffy white blending brush. This is the E35. I'll have all of them listed so you know, but I would recommend this if you had larger eyes. It works fine for mine, but I find that like when I put it in my crease, it puts it up too high than I like to have it. But if I wanted something really dramatic, then I would use this, but I want to still keep it like a little bit subtle, so I'm just going to be using this pointed dome brush right here. So now I'm just going to dip this in this navy blue color right here, and this is another matte one, and then tap it off. And just start off very little, that way you don't get too much of a crease. Put it right here in the corner like that, and make sure you bring it down to get that V effect, and kind of start taking it out towards your eyebrow. That's kind of the point you want to go by. Make sure no shadow is underneath here, because that's where our wing is going to be for our eyeliner. And we can always clean it up with a Q-tip too. So just start flicking it out like that, and then start to bring it in to the center. And you can take it however far in you want, depending on how you want the shape of your eyes to be. But I'm just focusing it right here in this crease right there and connecting it down and kind of pulling it up towards my eyebrow. That's really going to lift the eyes up with your eyebrow, and then kind of blend it back down. Then I'm going to take my blending brush again and just soften out those edges and make sure it's all blended nicely, because we don't want a harsh line. So you could leave it at that, or you could keep building up the intensity if you want it to be more dramatic. So I'm just dipping it in there again and putting a little bit more right there in that corner. And just bring it inward. Might look funny right now, but it's gonna look good when we get our eyeliner and everything on. And our highlights, so. And see, that just kind of deepens it up from over there and gives the eye more dimension, and it kind of just adds a little bit more of that faded effect with that darker color right here, and then it fades into that lighter blue. I'm not putting too much into the inner corner, but I'm just trying to blend it out so it fades nicely and it makes the eye appear more round. And if you see how you kind of get those little lines right here where you blended it down, so I'm going to go back over it with that light blue. Just go over that to blend it out, because some of the color might get lost as you're blending. And I just want to add a little bit more of this periwinkle color right here to this part of my eye, because it just kind of got blended out with the rest. I like to raise my eyebrow when I'm doing this since my eyes are small. And then I'm just going to blend over all of them. You can take it up as high as you want, but I like to keep mine about in line with my eye almost, to where it kind of just comes up. But you can also take it up into this part too if you like. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the crease on the other eye. So I'm just going to dip a little bit in there. If you have a hard time getting it off like I am, I like to take my beauty blender sponge or Sonia Kashuk sponge, because this kind of has foundation on it. Just like to kind of wipe it like that. And this sponge really gets it off nicely. So I'm going to clean up both sides. And I'm going to blend this out. So I'm kind of going back into this eye just to kind of match it up, because I like the way this one looked where it kind of came out like that. So that's all I'm doing here. You don't want it to actually touch your brow, so make sure it's not too long. Alright, then I'm just going to go back in again with that shimmery blue. And take it back into the inner corner, just in case if any of it got lost. And I'm just going to go back in again with the periwinkle color on my flat shader brush and put it right there. Okay, so now I've got the shape of my smoky eye that I want. You can do this any way that you want. You can make the whole thing kind of rounded with your eye and kind of go up, or you can make it kind of like a cat eye like I did. It's just whatever type of shape you like for a smoky eye. I have a few looks too where I just kind of used a bigger brush like this and just blended it up like in a round shape, or you can do it in a shape like a little C on the edge, or you can do this wing shape. So I'm just going to be doing this for this look. So I feel like that whenever you do this wing, you need to definitely take it below. So I'm just going to be using the little sponge that it came with, and I'm going to take the periwinkle color, and I'm just going to go along the bottom lash line. These little smudgier things are great for this. Little sponges that come with it, they're really nice for the lower lash line or to smudge out your eyeliner. Then I'm just going to blend all that out down here. And then apply more of that blue shimmery color to connect it. Just whatever's left on your brush. So since this doesn't come with a highlight, I'm going to be using my own highlight. And I'm actually going to take that plain old shimmery color out of my Too Faced Natural Eye Kit. And I'm just going to be using this Heaven color right here. I'm going to be using that on my normal highlight brush that I use. I'll have all of these linked so you can get them. And that's just going to blend everything out, and I really like this color because it matches my skin tone. So then just to add a little bit extra to my highlight, I'm going to take that really shimmery color in this right here, and I'm going to just take it on an angled brush like this one, and I'm going to put it right underneath my brow bone just to really brighten up the eye. Just a little bit of glitter right there, not too much. This is definitely very glittery. It's kind of just falling everywhere. And then you can even take a little bit of it if you want and put it right in the inner corner. But it's definitely like glitter, so if you don't want to make this dramatic, then skip this part. And just use like a shimmery white or something. So then I'm just going to blend that. It's probably just going to fall off. Just add a little bit. It'd probably work better if you wet your brush when you did that, if you really wanted to have glitter right there. Like if you wet a flat shader brush, like this one, and then apply it, that would work good too. But I don't want too much glitter, I just want a little something just to give the brows some extra lift. So that's it for the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to move on to eyeliner. I'm going to be using my favorite navy blue eyeliner, which is this Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner in Sapphire. So it's a gel eyeliner, and this is a really dark blue eyeliner. It's really nice. So I'm going to just be applying that with an angled brush like this one. So I'm just going to be applying a very thin line because this is already pretty dramatic, so you don't want to make too thick of an eyeliner line unless you want to. And I'm going to wing it out kind of with this line right here, just going up to my eyebrow. And make sure when you're dipping it in a gel eyeliner to kind of wipe off the sides, that way the brush is at the finest point possible. I like to do kind of a very light layer first of the eyeliner just to get the idea of the shape that I want, and then go back over it to make it darker. I'm staying very close to the lash line. I'm probably just going to do that part so it's not too dramatic, and then I'm just going to put it right into my lash line in the inner corner. And then just kind of connect it right here. Not above the lash line, but kind of into the lash line. That way it doesn't go, like I don't like it if it goes too far above here because that kind of closes off my eye too much. So I like to keep the eyeliner within the lash line instead of above it. I like it to make it come like above the lash line on the outer part of my eye. So that's just kind of how I apply my winged eyeliner. And then I'm going to take it underneath and go underneath the lashes. and go towards the center. Make sure you connect it right there. And then turn my brush around and just kind of work your way into the center as far as you want to go. But I don't want this to get too dramatic, so I'm gonna take it about right there. But if you really wanted to play up this look, you could line the entire rim. Or you could even line your waterline, but since my eyes are small and I'm doing dark colors, I don't want to line my waterline with it, because that's really gonna make it too dark. And then I just like to take a Q-tip and kind of just blend that out very lightly. So then I'm just going to finish off by curling my lashes and applying my favorite mascara, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes mascara. And this is the carbon black one. So all I've done so far is just applied eyeliner and mascara, and then I put some concealer and some powder underneath here just to kind of conceal everything, clear out the fallout, and make it kind of a sharp line right there. So now I'm just going to be applying my blush, and I'm going to be using this one. It's kind of like a corally color. It's called Spicy and Sweet by Hard Candy, and it's their Fox in a Box blushes. And on the inside it just has like the brown color and the orange and some pink colors. And I really like this with navy blue because the coral kind of like complements the navy blue pretty good. So I just kind of swirl it all together and kind of focus it on these outer colors right here. Tap it off, and I'm just going to apply this to the outside of my cheeks right here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that pink right there and put that right on my apples just so it's a nice fade. And I'm just going to blend that out with a beauty brush right here. And I'm not going to apply any highlight just because there's so much shimmer and stuff already going on the eyes. I'm going to just keep the rest pretty matte. So then for lips, I'm going to finish off with a little bit of this Revlon lip gloss, and this one is in Strawberry Freeze. And I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of this because it kind of has a coral tint to it. But I don't want like coral lips, I just want a little bit of a tint. So I'm going to just apply that right to the center and blend it out. I really like these because you can control the amount of product you want based off of the type of look you want. I just kind of wanted a light wash of a coral color, so I just applied a little bit and blended it out. Or you can apply a bunch of it to get like a very hot pink coral lip. So that's the finished look. So that is it for the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the link below for my blog for all the product links and everything. And check out the links below where I'll have all of the back to school videos for my back to school series if you guys want to check those out as well. And leave your thoughts in the comment below and any video requests that you have. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye everybody.